Hello. I'm feeling weird today. I'm feeling like kind of shy, but like I want to play. But who do I play with? It's like 8:30 a.m. Sun's out, it's cute. Monday morning in your world. I broke up with Monday. Or whatever day of the week. It's Friday. Every day's Friday. And on Friday, you get to do what you want at work. And I'm a workaholic, so of course I'm working every day, regardless of quitting and not having a job, and regardless of making money or not. I'm working and it's kind of fun. Anyways, so I wanted to share my mission here. I painted this room without permission from the landlord. And then I felt guilty and I asked permission. I was like, would it be okay? After I already picked the color and did it, because I just needed to do it. In the middle of the night, really, I was there was no choice. I couldn't be like, landlord, can I do this? I knew I wanted to do it. I could have asked in the beginning, but I just had a feeling, because I'm a girl, mainly, or whatever, and I'm living in cheap apartments, have really nice rent rate. He doesn't trust people that are cheap. That's okay. I'm not very trustworthy because I did it anyways. And then, so I texted him hey, what do you think about gray? And he's like, no. I didn't say, what do you think about gray? I was like, would it be okay if I painted the walls gray? No. Okay. I live here. You don't. I gotta do what I want. Okay. So, art adventures have been changing and shifting rapidly every single day. It's this whirlwind, and I feel like everybody's probably experienced a similar whirlwind in their lives, right? There's this COVID wave of chaos that's striking, then we're all writing it. It's weird. We're all together on this. Kind of cool. Here, let's unite all humankind with a disease. Anybody see that one coming? Yeah. So, okay, so I'm here. I have most of the room done. I decided that I hate doing trim. It's really hard, technical, there's a lot of little bits in there, and it just kind of blows, right? And so I don't know, somehow gold came on the scene. It came on the scene actually back in Hawaii with this babe that I was staying with, and we painted her apartment, and it was black and golden clouds, and it was cute. Temple. It was a temple. Yeah, and I kind of see this as that too. Here's my sky. I'm not sure what the clouds are gonna look like yet, but maybe I am. I got an idea. We'll see what happens. I want to observe the sun because I have this light fixture that you can't see in the middle. It's kind of atrocious, and honestly the gold is kind of ridiculous. It's funny. I think it's hilarious and it's cute. It's okay, what do you do with white trash land trim, such as that beautiful craftsmanship, if we shall claim it to be? Anyways, so I gotta do the floor, and I quit my jobs, and my income flow has way slowed down, right? It's the beginning of the next adventure of okay, I'm no longer a chef. Mango doesn't exist. Okay? Dead. They died. They were fun. Time to get serious. But then when I'm like sober, I'm like so serious, I'm like stressed out, and I'm like spinning my wheels, and it works. It kind of like, it has its point, has its place. It's like logic, kind of like way of reacting and acting in life, right? Like the mind is like taking over and like stressing out. And anyways, I did that for a while this morning. And I've been taking like these breaks with cannabis, and I like it because it's like, it was fun to explore like my edge, like how much I could handle, and it was pleasurable, and it was functional, and like felt good. My body was balanced, and because like my lungs, actually, I care about my lungs, I care about my body, I care about what I eat. You know, I have like filtered water over there, and I have like plants, and you know, like I eat fresh things till I get bored of them. I'm bored of food. I'm bored of food. I'm so bored of food. I'm so bored of food that I hardly even eat. I am stoned a lot of times, and I eat like maybe once a day, kind of snack on some things. I'm just like, it's weird. Maybe it's like metabolism slowing down with the weather patterns, you know? And so, anyways, just like paint. I just am obsessing about art, and I'm going to Jackson Square, this like square where you set up on the fence and all the artists come and tourists walk around. People actually buy art. Like all these artists have been doing it for years, for over a decade. 3 different artists that I'm friends with are doing this for over a decade and selling art on the fence, and it's like wonderful. Like, oh cool, that's an option? You guys, that's an option. Hey artists, come to New Orleans. Okay, so I went out there, but you know, I was like, okay, cool, I can paint, I'll whip up some shit. And, you know, been whipping up these little paintings, and this is so funny, like, went out there 4 times, and I'm okay that I didn't sell anything. I didn't expect to sell anything. Maybe I would be motivated if I were to sell things, but it's like, on this whole adventure in New Orleans, every place that I've been, I've sold art easily, and I go to the one place where I'm supposed to be selling art, and I'm not selling art. Maybe because it's not authentic. It is authentic. It's just like, but it's not, like, I know it's, I don't know. It's like not my best work. It's not what I'm most capable of doing, but I'm like not motivated. And I sit there and I look at these things, and I look at these people that make like really photo, like, realistic kind of paintings, and I'm like, good job, cool, everybody's doing it. I'm not motivated to do it. These guys are already doing it. I want to do something else, you know? Like, maybe you want to do it sometimes, but I like don't want to do it to like have to like make a living at it now. You know? But like, what it is that I want to make a living at is actually like painting walls, like coloring. I want to just like color. It's like a kid, but like really big. Like my body is like involved in it, and it's fun, and I can be by myself, and I don't have to talk to anybody. And I'm like suddenly just like this huge introvert, which is kind of a problem because I'm like socially depleted. Like, how am I supposed to make friends? It's alright, I'll just hang out by myself. Actually, I decided today that like my roommate Bob, sweet guy, we hang out every day and smoke together, and you know, like, we had pizza last night, watched football, and, you know, it's a nice time. Like, it's like, okay, you know what? I need cuddles. He's nice. He can understand, you know, I was like, okay, you know, just set a clear boundary, and, like, got my cuddle, and, like, it was nice. It was fulfilling, and then I was like, okay, cool, got my fill, gotta go. Thanks. You know, but it's just, like, about, I'm, like, shifting from this expectation, this story, this dream of having a wife, and it's hard to let go, but I really think that I want to, and like, part of me wants to, but like, I don't know, and like sitting here and wishing for it and trying to figure out how to get it and getting on Tinder and nothing ever coming from that. I don't get how people play that game. It's unfulfilling. It's okay for a moment, but like, I don't want the fucking donut that hurts my belly. It's enjoyable, I'm eating it, but then after it's like painful. You know, that's what like sex is like a booty call feels like to me, especially with boys. Like, ugh, for me, they feel like really depleting. like needy, like we all need mom. I'm needy like that too. It's totally a mirror. I'm like, oof, I can be, you know, but it's like simply that I haven't really been open to the available love that's been right in front of me, you know. I'm like, oh, okay, tap into this love right here. I can cuddle with this guy and not feel depleted. You know, like keep it like at a friend level. We like fill up, it's like bonding, which is good for like pack mentality, kind of like we all need to be with a family and in a pack to be safe, especially like that's another one of these lessons that I see coming from COVID is like you gotta have a pack, you gotta have friends, you gotta have a network, okay? Like we're human beings, like we're a family, you know, like some kind of family structure, doesn't matter what kind of family structure, you just need some humans, you know, to like really feel good about yourself. I think for me to really feel good about myself, I do feel good about myself a lot, but then I get to like depression and then it's like hard to get out of bed and then I feel bad because I'm not accomplishing anything and it's just like downward, like stuck place kind of. You know, and then a friend comes over and is like, hey, smoke a bowl. I'm like, oh, that's all I needed. And then I get to work. It's so weird. Yeah. I went down the street and played basketball. There's a park. Okay, so there's like 8 blocks or so of like what they call the hood. They're like, you can go that way, but don't go that way. I'm like, whatever. I'm gonna go to the park to play basketball. So I did yesterday morning, 9 a.m. Sunday. Of course the place is empty. Get to hang out by myself and play the game and not worry about what anybody thinks of me, which is great. Especially because I'm like way out of practice. And I don't get it. Sometimes there are rims that are really easy for the ball to go in and then there's others that balls like always bounce out of. This is one of those bounce out of, which is cool because then you have to be like precise, which is awesome because then I get even better at shooting. Look at that. The thing that you're complaining about is actually the thing you need, blah, blah, blah. The whole point of this video is for me to show you what I'm doing with my painting. I can't flip this around. Okay. Here's my paint, and I got like a couple of like scraps. Like, here's a lot of gray that like was the beginning of this floor, and then it got mixed with white. It changed. I can't like match this floor, but I got all this paint, and I want to not spend the money. I want to save money, and so I'm gonna mix the rest of the blue because it's the darkest color, blue, 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 and the grays. And I got this like orange thing that's been hanging around and I got that thing and I'm figuring out these colors. I'm working with enamels instead of oils like I'm used to. I'm trying to limit my palette. Rather than having 6 colors, I just want like the base primaries to accomplish the job. It doesn't have to match exactly. It can just like look good, you know? And then my plan is to just like do a good enough job that like have enough paint, you don't have to go back. But anyway, so I have all this like extra and I want to like kill it. So we're gonna see what happens. Do. Just I have like a 1/3 gallon of like gray, right? Like all gray. And a 1/3 gallon of blue. This is like pure blue. I asked for, it's like a deep base. And I went to Home Depot and I was like, I want the color mix thing because guess what? The colors on the walls at Home Depot are all like a mix. They're all a mix of a lot of white. So when I go to like, I got like the darkest red, the darkest blue, the darkest yellow, and I went to like mix them. What I turned out with was a bunch of pastels. The best I could do was pastel. And you can't, pastel orange does not, you know, like paint the picture. No, you need the deep reds to really get like the mid-tone of any structure, you know? And so, yeah, no white. So it's like, how do we do this? Deep base, all blue, all magenta, and all yellow, okay? Phthalo blue is the one that I got. I think there's another option, but I think this blue is the blue. And I mix them all together and I can't quite get black, but like really actually nothing is black anyways. And it's more interesting if you don't use black paint and you like mix something really dark that kind of like, it gives it more dimension anyways. Because it's more true. Black doesn't actually occur in nature. Like my hair, it looks like I would want to paint this section black, right? It's not black. It's some shade of blue. You gotta like muddy it up. Okay, so I'm gonna see what happens with those two colors. And so if it's not too full, I just mix it this way. I just like spin and spin and spin and spin and spin, and then I mix it this way. And it's like, instead of mixing food, now all my energy, my creative energy is put towards mixing paint recipes, right? This is my recipe. Here's my cooking show, you guys. I didn't know. Just right now, it's a painting show, kind of, where I just talk about it and mix colors. That's shadowy. You can't see it at all. I could look at it though. It looks really nice. Do, 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 do. Look at that. I kind of, it's like, ugh. I had this color in my bedroom in the big yellow house in Boise on the ceiling. It was really nice and calming and sweet. Maybe that's the color I want. Okay. So here's my dilemma. I don't actually have enough paint for the whole floor, I think. Maybe I do. Maybe I could like figure out a way to make it work. Right? So it's like a done floor. And I mean, it's just my room. Like, I don't have to, it doesn't have to like be anything professional. But I mean, that's why I'm an artist. Not just like a painting guy. I'm like an artist. I'm like, okay, listen, this thing is kind of weird, and like, let's figure it out and make it cool. So that's what we're doing here. Anyways, so I'm gonna do that, and I'm not gonna hang out with you guys while I do it. It's like moving stuff around. I just wanted to update you all on the open adventure of my life. Open to the flow of energy, open to the experience, but finding the boundaries of what feels good to me, and learning and choosing how to choose my destiny. And it really just is decided one day at a time. Gosh, it feels good. It feels good to talk about it. Anyways, okay. I love you all. Talk to you later.